Alrighty, welcome on in. We are now back in CPL. Typically we are in CPL quite a lot, but we are back. Week number 4 still. We're gonna be in the Challenger Division with NES Dark versus Team Revival. So I hope you guys are ready. Another 2v2 this time around. Very, very exciting. Cannot wait to see them out there. We're going to have CPL, NES Dark, one of my favorite teams to cast. I'm very, very familiar with them, so whenever I see that this team is on the caster board, I most definitely try and get these games. There's quite a few teams that I am very familiar with that I do try and stick with. That way we kind of get a whole storyline throughout the season. There's so many teams though. It's hard to keep up, and I also do try to just help out and get as many teams casted as well, but you know, I do have the ones I'm familiar with, and this is one of them, so I'm super, super, super excited to see them out there tonight. And then we're gonna take a look at Team Revival, see what they're kind of about, see what they're gonna be bringing to the field. We're gonna see what happens in this best of 5. Forewarning, I do have my little one in the background, so if you hear any background noise or him yapping or kind of co-casting with me a little bit, I do apologize, but it is what it is. So hopefully it won't disturb anyone too much. But yeah, shouldn't be too much of a worry. He's got his snacks this time around, so he should be good. It is almost game time, so no IP, I saw that. We're literally, I took a screenshot of the caster board. There's like 4 or 5 games all at the same time, and like me and you were the only ones who are casting any of those like games. So good luck in your cast. I'll be here casting mine. But yeah, we're gonna get started very, very soon. It is now game time, so we're going to check in with the teams, see where they're at, and then get this show on the road. I hope you guys are ready, because I most definitely am. Me too, IP. I have 1 game right now, and then I have a game in an hour, so yay, look at us being casters. Caster life, gotta love it. Today is like super different for me, because like typically like I'll take just a bunch of like casts in one league, especially with just CPL being like the most active one right now. Some are still in sign up phases, or they're just kind of in an off season. So CPL's been keeping me alive when it comes to casting, so they're top tier. But today I'm all over the place. I started off in FBF, I got CPL, and then I got another, I think KRLS is tomorrow actually, so let me check that. Oh, I have CSC tonight. So FBF, and then CPL, and then CSC, and then tomorrow I'm gonna see if I can pick up a few more casts. But I do have KRLS tomorrow, so. Super, super exciting. I haven't done like a league jump in quite some time. Alright, they should be here soon. We're 3 minutes into grace period. So hopefully they show up. It's kind of ironic, so I'm gonna spill the tea a little bit. Oh, there they are. Perfect. I was gonna say, Peak, actually, the first team that was in here, actually was trying to reschedule anyways. So it's kind of funny that they're here, but then the people who were ready and couldn't reschedule, were running late. Alrighty. I think we're still waiting on a couple people to leave. One more person. Yeah, 2, 2, 4, 5. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready, because players are, and so am I. If you are just joining us here, we got NES Dark versus Team Revival in a 2v2 best of 5. This is game number 1. Kickoff number 1 already underway. We are 10 seconds in. CCAL trying to go for the attack. Rift shutting it down early. No boost, still moving down field. Is able to get the mid. He's got a lot of time and space. Nothing too much from NES there. Or Dark, whichever. I'll try and stick to one name for you guys. But, yeah, very interesting play there. Just kind of giving him the time and space. They were able to turn it around, but they're back on defense now. CCAL now with little to no boost. It gets a very nice clear as Rift sends it off the wall. It is 50. He goes off the wall once more on the left side of the field, heading down towards Team Dark. We got Rift getting past the defense, but it's off the wall. CCAL with one touch, sending the ball up. Dr. Spaceman moving down a line. Trying to get into that right side corner, but Peak sends it out. Nice 50. Taking the ball up the wall once again, off the ceiling. Nice little pinch towards the net, but not quite on target. Good little start, good little volley here. Teams figuring each other out, just getting a feel. I mean, giving each other lots of time and space here. We do have some quick touches, but they're quickly turned right back around. So lots of throwaways, I want to say, and I think that's our first demo of the game. CCAL taken out, nice pass by Peak, but Rift could not quite get the read on it. As they got a full field reset. CCAL with the pinch to the other side. Dr. Spaceman is there, but so is Rift, and it's pinched right on back to where it came from. Peak now goes up from off the ceiling, 13 boosts to use, gets 50, and the ball goes down to Rift, but CCAL is there for the 50. They have the open net. CCAL has no boost though. Dr. Spaceman, a little bit of a fake. Rift makes it back. Great play there. We now have a defense back on offense. CCAL in possession, pushing his team downfield. He gets bumped off by Peak. Rift takes over. Offensive pressure stays alive. And that's going to be the first goal of the game by Rift. Let's take a look. We got Peak with a bump, opening up the goal just a little bit. Dr. Spaceman almost there. But a great shot in the end. 2:40 on the clock. Nearly half of this game chopped away as we head into kickoff number 2. It's a great follow-up by Dr. Spaceman, but it's shut down by Rift. A great recovery from the kickoff, heading to the corner boost and back. Got another challenge, sending the ball into the left side corner of Team Dark. As Dr. Spaceman loses it, Peak takes over. Sends it into the corner, and CCAL has the clear as Rift goes in. Sends it to the ceiling. It's bouncing out. Dr. Spaceman with the fake as Peak sends it towards the net. CCAL has great patience. Did not charge that. Took their time. They had a little boost. But unfortunately, it was not enough for this follow-up shot. As we saw, CCAL got the 50. Rift sends it to the other side of the net. CCAL with no boost couldn't quite get there, and Dr. Spaceman went to the other side. It's now going to give a 2-goal lead for Team Revival. And they go for another shot. Dr. Spaceman gets in the way. Seacow turns it around, takes it downfield as he sends it off the backboard. Spaceman not quite there. He is demoed out. We got Seacow trying to take a shot. It is saved away by Rift. Spaceman now moving back down the field. Rift trying to, and does, get in the way. It goes over to Seacow. Peak now sends it up. Seacow misses that touch, and Rift is going to capitalize. He sends it from the corner. He gets a great play off the bounce. Peak now trying to center it just a little bit more. Is battling it out in the right side corner of Team Dark. And Seacow is able to get a clear just before he's taken out with a demo. As the ball goes over to Dr. Spaceman, he pops it up. He's going for the shot. It's off the backboard. No double. Seacow is there, but it's just wide. Dr. Spaceman had no boost. He did not get the cut. He didn't go for it. Here's a good setup. There's the shot. Saved away by Rift. In comes another shot. A little too high. No double. Rift sending it down field. There's the save by Seacow. Rift now getting challenged. Seacow loses it to Peak. Dr. Spaceman is there. 30 seconds remain. We have a 3-goal deficit now. Great challenge by Peak. Rip pre-jump in that one. Got the touch and great placement. I mean, it was a blue trail. It just went off of the defense. Unfortunate, but it happens. And cross progression with the raid. Thank you. Thank you and welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. You have now entered the NES Dark versus Revival game of the week for week number 4. This is game number 1. We have Team Revival in the lead with 4 goals on the board and only 10 seconds remaining. It is a warm-up game. Maybe things will turn around in game number 2. Typically, Seacow and Dr. Spaceman and the rest of the team. This isn't a typical duo. One thing I do like about NES Dark is that they switch out their players quite a lot. So this isn't, I want to say, a typical duo, if you will. So they'll probably be switching somebody out, but this is just not a good representation of how the team actually plays. So like I said, we might see a turnaround in game number 2. Maybe not. We'll see as we head into it. 4-0 to end the game. Alrighty. With that, we head to DFH Stadium, and it's looking like Dr. Spaceman has left the match. Let's see who's gonna be joining us out on the field. The Zodiac Whiffer! Oh my goodness. You guys are gonna love this. I don't think we've seen too much of this duo. Last time I casted them, it was Zodiac and Dr. Spaceman. So this is a little bit of a new one. I'm excited. Alrighty, here we go. Game number 2. 0-0. 5 minutes on the clock. Kickoff number 1 is underway. Pete gets challenged by Seacow as it goes to the other side of the field. Pete gets bumped again. Rift has a touch, but it goes backwards. Zodiac Whiffer with a great capitalization. Pete was there as he sends it down towards the net. Seacow has the catch. Another 50 sends it down field on the other side. As Rift and Zodiac go for it. Rift gets there first. A nice clear pass in midfield. He follows it up, gets a second touch. Seacow getting in the way, just enough to block it. Send it out just a little bit. A nice shot on net, and that's in! First goal of the game goes to Seacow, putting NES Dark on the board officially for the first time in 2 games. Here we go, kickoff number 2. And like I said, Spaceman, game 1s are usually just a warm-up, so, you know, it's okay. It wasn't bad. And there we have a great block by Peak. In comes Zodiac Whipper off the backboard, and that's gonna give it to Peak. No boost. They do maintain possession though after they grab mid. CCAL shutting it down, but it goes on over to Rift. Again, another awkward touch. Do they capitalize? Zodiac Whipper sends it wide up the net. Peak is there. Again, little to no boost to work with. They got a great clear. CCAL with the turnaround as Rift gets a nice catch. It's one flick and it's a little too high. No follow-up by Peak. CCAL now has a one touch, sending it downfield just a little bit. Rift has a great flick. CCAL with the save, getting in front of that shot. In comes Peak. Shot on target, and it's saved away by the Zodiac Whipper. Things turn around. Rift on the attack once again. CCAL on the defense. That shot by Peak is saved by the Zodiac Whipper. In comes Rift. This was a lot more action-packed, a lot quicker of a game here. Lots and lots of offensive pressure coming from Peak and Rift. However, these ones are not landing in the net. A lot better show coming from NES Dark as they are on the board. They're holding down the fort on defense. Another shot inbound, just wide. Everybody hitting the post, hitting the crossbar. Happens to the best of us, but man, I think that's like the 6th or 7th time, no pun intended there, that we've seen a shot just miss. But Zodiac Whipper is going to end that cycle right now with the second goal of the game for NES Dark. 2-0, 2 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock. As Rift is taken out with a demo. CCAL gets a nice clear. Peak with a great read, falls back, doesn't quite get the catch. CCAL with a great cut, and that one's gonna go in. What a touch by CCAL, my goodness. Peak almost had that. Great placement though, straight center of the net. 3-0, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. So now it's looking like game number 1, but the roles have reversed here. I'm not sure if that's how it's going to end. There's still just about 2 minutes, but anything can happen. We could see a reverse here. We do have NES Dark on defense for the moment. He goes for the shot. That one's gonna go in. And the reverse will not be happening. Love the sportsmanship there. It was a great touch. Off the ceiling, straight on in. A little bit of a fake, but you know, they were ready for the 50. They were ready. Here we go, 3-1 now, 1 minute, 45 seconds to go. And we got a double whip. CCAL with the shot, Peak with a great save. He's making his way downfield. CCAL, one touch before he's taken out with the demo, with doing what he does best, living up to his name. Peak takes over, goes for the net. It is a shot just outside, hits the crossbar, and that's out. There's the long shot. Zodiac taking the 50 as it bounces out. It's another 50. Rift takes this one. This one could be a good setup. And it is! Rift with the second goal for Team Revival. Sorry about that. What a shot. Mind you, like, laser. It's now 3-2 with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining. As they're on the attack once again. They're just keeping the ball away from defense. Getting a 50 in the corner. Zodiac has a great clear, but quickly turned around. Rift on the attack. There's the pop. It's just outside. And the follow-up by Peak. A great Chip towards the net. Peak being there for the backup. We now have a tie game, 3-3. 51 seconds. Time is chipping down. Here we go. That one's gonna go in. CPL with the kickoff goal. This one I will skip after the 50. Here we go, 4-3. Can NES Dark hold this lead? Not that it's super detrimental, but it kind of is that they win this. I mean, going down 2 games in the series is definitely hard to come back from. And that would also put Team Revival on a game point, which is exactly what you don't want if you're trying to win, which I'm assuming both teams are. But with that, we have 15 seconds remaining. 4-3. NES Dark are in the lead. However, they are on defense. CPL with a great save, pushing the ball downfield. 5 seconds to go. Zodiac Whiffer sends the ball more downfield, but Rift has the turnaround. Ball still up, and it's no good. NES Dark taking game number 2, tying up the series. I will update that in chat in just a moment. I gotta get us to Aquadome. Alrighty, series is updated in the chat for you guys. And we are heading into game number 3. We are guaranteed a game number 4, which is super, super exciting. I hope you guys are buckled in and ready for it, though. Alright, so looking like we're going to be staying with CPL and Zodiac Whiffer. Rift and Peak stay the same as well, and here we go. Game number 3, 0-0 on the board, 5 minutes on the clock as we have a little bit of a stalled kickoff. Rift is going to pick it on up, take the shot. It is a little too high, and no follow-up by Peak as CPL now takes possession, moves downfield. It's a great challenge by Peak, sending the ball to the right side of the net. Zodiac trying to get the clear, but Rift not letting it happen. He's got to go to the other side. Peak not letting it happen. Great offensive shutdown as it is a shot on net. CPL was able to get in the way. Rift has the turnaround. Can't quite get to it, but does catch up to it in the end. CPL now takes possession. It's a pass to the Whiffer. As he sends it out, it goes over to Rift. Back into the corner, bouncing center. CPL holding down the floor. In comes Peak with the 50, sending the ball back down towards the net, but Whiffer is there. CPL sends it off the wall. It goes center. Rift is the one who's going to be picking that up. Great shutdown by Whiffer. Peak getting in his way. In comes CPL off the wall, bouncing center. Peak is on it. Sends it to the right side off the wall. It bounces up. Whiffer within. As Peak gets one touch off the wall over to Rift. Is going center. Still a little too high, but Peak was there. Zodiac was just there a little bit sooner. As he gets bumped, Rift has the turnaround. CPL chasing it down. It's off the post. Peak now with the shot, and it's going wide. Taking it up from the corner, dropping it down into the center. It's a great shot, and that's in! Now let's take a look at what just happened, ladies and gentlemen. Peak, almost off the ceiling, drops it down. Rift angles it. CPL wasn't ready with the 64 miles per hour on the ball. It was behind him. Gotta act quick. Unfortunately, that did not happen. That's going to give the lead to Team Revival here. It's now 0-1, 3 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. CPL on the attack in the left side corner. Rift now sends it down line, gets a demo. CPL makes it back. No boost for Peak as CPL makes his way down the field. It's a great play off the wall, taking it slow, and it's just wide. Trying to battle the defense here, hoping Zodiac helps him out, maybe just a little bit. It's a great save by CPL once again on Rift's shot. Now moving on in, taking the 50. It's going over to CCal. He redirects it, takes the shot, and it's in! And we gotta hydrate. Cheers! You already know I got the Stanley. 1-1 now. 2 minutes, 41 seconds on the clock. Kickoff number 3. Going in favor of Team Revival. It is 50'd out though. Zodiac with a great touch, but it goes over to Peak. It's another challenge in favor of the Zodiac Whipper. CCal now with the 50, stealing possession back from Rift. Can't get past Peak. Zodiac taken out with a demo. Peak with no boost. Moving down line on the right side. Whipper within once again. CCal getting in the way. Rift with the turnaround. In comes the Whipper, sending it out. Peak takes over. As it goes to center. It's a pinched out CCal with the save. Gets a one touch. It goes over to Peak. CCal getting in the way. He's got to recover fast. Peak with the pinch off the wall. Too much. Not the angle they needed. It's a going back downfield till Rift comes along though. As he almost gets a great follow-up. CCal's going to get a nice catch on the ball. Peak with one touch, sending Whipper up in the air. He passes it down. CCal gets a bump. He's still able to recover, but doesn't quite play the bounce right. There's the pass, the shot, and the save. Peak with a great save, moving all the way downfield, and that's gonna go in. Great challenge by Peak and a great follow-up. 1-2, Team Revival taking the lead now. 1 minute 21 on the clock. Zodiac taking this one, and it's just wide. Peak now in possession. Going for the corner. Leaves it for CCal. Great shot. Rift getting in the way of that one as the ball's back at midfield. In comes CCal with one pop-up. 9 boosts to use. He steals their corner as they get the clear. Whipper now in possession, gets bumped off. Peak trying to move in on the net, but it's not going to happen with CCal on defense. He gets a shot. What a save by Rift. CCal gets the turnaround. He keeps it away from defense. There's the cut off the wall. Plays the bounce. It's on target. Whipper with the follow-up, and it's in. What a play. A nice pop. Peak sends it out, and Zodiac sends it on in. There we go. Kickoff number 5. 35 seconds on the clock. Got NES Dark on defense. Whipper sends it downfield. Peak is there for the turnaround off the wall. Going towards the net. CCal with the small clear. Gets past Rift. Can they capitalize though? They take Rift out with the demo. Peak with a small turn. Whipper with the shot! And it's in! NES Dark taking the lead with only 10 seconds remaining. Is that enough time for a response from Team Revival? You would think so with their team name. But we'll see. 10 seconds. Do they get the kickoff? Does go in their favor. CCal is on it though. He just could not get a good follow-up touch. And that's going to end the game number 3. NES Dark taking the lead and putting themselves on game point. Very interesting turn of the tides. I'm going to update series this time. And then we'll change maps. Also one of my favorite maps that we are heading to. Isn't she pretty? Effigy is stepping onto the field. Exciting, exciting! Here we go. This is game number 4, kickoff number 1, goal number 1. A nice passing play between Rift and Peak. Rift with the dribble, bobbing and weaving, and then one little pop, and Peak is gonna put the final touch on the play, putting it in the net. 8 seconds in. Kickoff number 2. Effigy sending this one down. CPL a little too high. The ball bounces out towards their net once again. Rift sets it up for a Peak, and it's a save by CPL. As Rift tries to get for another setup, Effigy is going to be taking it and sending it down the field. Peak with a great response, but CPL is there. Rift has the follow-up though. A little bit of a 2v1 here. CPL holding down the 4, able to get the clear. In comes Effigy off of the wall, playing it. There's the demo. It's just outside the net, and it's in. Effigy to finish the play there. Great move by CPL. He knew what to do. There's one demo. Peak just out of position. Very, very awkward, and Effigy is able to finish the play. That's gonna tie up the game. We got 4 minutes, 14 seconds. Kickoff number 3, going in favor of NES Dark. But Rift has a quick turnaround. Great 50 at midfield. As it's up, CPL beats Peak, but still gets bumped. Effigy with the follow-up. It's a shot, and it's in! Let's take a look at that replay. It's a great play. Great setup by CPL. He got bumped off. They got the reset. And Effigy just had a great touch following that. Just launching it downfield. 2-1 now. 3 minutes, 55 seconds on the clock as Effigy sends this downfield. Rift now has the turnaround. Goes for the double, and it's shut down. Great back wall defense by Effigy. As the ball goes back on over to him, he's got the long shot. Almost a redirect by CPL. That would have been clean. That would have been dirty. That would have been nasty. That would have been the clip of the week right there. Another attack incoming. Peak with the shot. CPL with the saving. Comes Rift. But Effigy is there, sending the ball back towards the net. You're really just holding down this midfield line here. And I mean, that's really all they have to do. They have the lead. They just have to kill time. Not that another goal wouldn't hurt. I mean, it might if you're overcommitting yourself, but it's really not needed. See what Effigy does here. It's just wide. Very, very close. I know a cushion would feel a little bit better, but they have time. Ball is going center. Effigy is on it. Defense doing their job. Big Town now getting in the way of this one. In comes Peak! And it's saved away. CPL with a great clear. Pushing Peak and his teammate all the way back towards their side of the field. Now got Effigy on the breakaway. Doesn't pass it. Tries to go for a solo play, it seemed like. Or maybe just not confident he could chip it off the wall to his teammate. Not too sure what happened there. Here we got CPL with the setup to Effigy. Challenged by Peak. He waited a little too long. Okay. CPL sends it off the wall once again. We do have a demo. We do have a shot. No save, but it's not in the net. So something blocked it. We got Effigy now getting in the way. Great bouncing play. Great read by Rift, waiting patiently. I feel like in champ lobbies, definitely patience is key there. That's just me. Ooh, another ball center, a little too high. Peek now makes a breakaway. Is that in? No, Peek is there. Another challenge in Soup, but Peek makes it out alive. 30 seconds to go, and they're down by 1. How mad do you think they are right now? Or like panicky, like come on, we got this, lock in, let's do this. Do something. As Peek tries to get a bump. Rift too, but you're not supposed to do it on your own teammate. At least he's got the spirit. Because we do have a clear. Once that ball hits, that will end the game. There you have it. NES Dark taking the win. Goodness. 4 shots, 3 saves, 5 shots, 2 saves for Revival. Very, very close in stats. GG's to both teams. Congratulations to the winner. This one was a lot of fun. It was a great comeback for NES Dark. They did really, really well. I'm going to send y'all over to another CPL caster since he is still live, and we'll see what happens. But y'all have a good rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you are watching from. Again, I do have a cast in about 20 minutes, so if you want to come back, that'd be awesome. If not, I hope to see you again very, very soon. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay royal. I'll see you guys. I know, isn't that crazy, Peek?